This is the Berman Method podcast featuring Dr. Jake Berman and physician assistant Jenny Berman. We are here to treat problems and not symptoms. Disclaimer, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and not to treat anyone or to give medical advice. If you are interested in any information that we are giving and would like to use this for yourself, we recommend that you contact your primary care physician or reach out to us and ask us questions about yourself specifically. Enjoy.
All right. The Berman Method podcast, Thanksgiving edition. This is what we've all been training for, Americans. It is time for the 10,000 calorie meal, all in one sitting. We've been waiting for this the entire year, and now's our chance, right? Jenny Berman, physician assistant, certified.
JBB, PAC.
Dr. Jake Berman here. So yeah, we're excited. The week of Thanksgiving. Thank you for spending your Monday with us. Hopefully you guys have some good travel plans, or actually the worst week out of the entire year to travel is Thanksgiving.
And we're going to be doing it.
Mm-hmm. I'll never forget it. One year I was coming back from Gainesville for Thanksgiving.
To Naples.
And it was the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. It's only 300 miles from Gainesville to Naples. Should take 3 hours and 45 minutes with no stops. And I did it multiple times when I was going to school there, back and forth, doorstep to doorstep, 3 hours, 45 minutes. 6 hours later, still hadn't even gotten to Collier County.
Oh, man.
And this was back in the day before cell phones and GPSs. So I had this giant fold-up map. So there were so many times where I just pulled over and I opened up this map and I'm just trying to find alternative routes. So essentially what Waze does now, because 75 was a parking lot. It was literally a parking lot from Gainesville to Naples. And I'm just trying to zigzag across the state, trying to do anything I can to find a way. I'll never forget it. That was probably one of the last times that I ever used a real map.
Wow. Yeah. I only remember that happening to me once, and it was driving from Gainesville to Jacksonville for Florida, Georgia weekend. That is also one of the worst travel days ever.
Yeah, it should only take an hour and a half to get from Gainesville to Jacksonville.
Yes.
And it can easily take 4.
4. Yeah. That exact time it took me 4. And luckily cell phones were around, but really the Google Maps wasn't a thing yet. So I remember calling my dad and being like, how do I get home? I mean, I've been sitting for 2 hours and haven't moved. And my dad's like, has a map. He is a walking map, isn't he? He's always like, okay, so take this road, and when you see this landmark, then you're going to take a right, and then you're going to see this landmark and take a left. And I'm like, how do you remember all that? But he did. Got me around. But it still took me 4 hours to get an hour and a half drive. So yeah, Thanksgiving and Florida, Georgia weekend. 2 weekends you should not drive.
Well, if you're going from Gainesville to Jacksonville, Florida, Georgia weekend, I mean, that's not really relevant for the rest of the world.
Oh, okay. Well, but Thanksgiving everywhere is bad traveling.
So we're excited. We love Thanksgiving. We got a little change up this year in our family plans for Thanksgiving. The past few years, we had been going to Franklin, Tennessee, just south of Nashville, Tennessee, for Thanksgiving. That is where your sister and our brother-in-law live, and their family and our nephews. We had been going up there and enjoying some nice cooler weather. And this year we're changing it up a little bit. We're actually meeting in Jacksonville this year. So the Franklin family is coming to Jacksonville. We're driving to Jacksonville, and it should be a nice little change up.
Well, and then we get to go to the football game on Saturday.
Yeah, we haven't been to the Florida State football game in 15 years, 10 years, 10 years.
Yeah, we talked about this the other night and tried to figure out the last day that 2011, right, was the last Florida State game we've gone to.
I think so.
Yeah, 2011.
Yeah.
So
for whatever reason, we just
12 years.
have not made it there.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going this year, and Florida State is going down. We're going to mop the floor with them.
Oh, but we love Thanksgiving, just a time to get our families together because my family in general, or more specifically speaking, is all separated. I have parents in Jacksonville. I have a sister in St. Johns County, which is just outside of Jacksonville. I have a sister in Tennessee, and then us here in Naples. So it'll be nice for us all to be together in one place. And that's our favorite part, really, of Thanksgiving. Like, the food's great, but it's really more just all being able to be together.
It is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. So, and we always try to do, activities while we're all together. So we'll try to go see Santa since we have all the nieces and nephews together. My oldest sister has 4 kids. My middle sister has 2 boys, and then we have our 2 girls. So we'll all try to go see Santa together and do something active together on Thanksgiving morning. We used to run a race. My middle sister, Nikki, and I used to run a race every Thanksgiving, and now we don't. But we at least still get out and do something together. Walk.
You know who's not running?
Well, I know you're not running yet. However, we did just do your blood work. And what did your blood work say?
More cookies?
No. You just talked 2 weeks ago how sugar was toxic.
And it's a drug. That's my whole point. See, I can't see clearly right now.
Can't see clearly.
I'm addicted.
No, your blood work said you need more endurance cardio.
Is that what it said?
Mm-hmm.
Is that real? Like, for real?
I've been telling you that for weeks now.
Really?
But you didn't believe me?
I don't know. I guess I don't remember that.
So maybe you'll get out for a walk with us on Thanksgiving morning.
Maybe I will.
Yeah. What other activities do we like to do at Thanksgiving?
I like to sit around and do everything I possibly can to not get in trouble Thanksgiving Day.
What's that supposed to mean?
You, your sister, and your mother are just absolutely bonkers Thanksgiving. Cooking, there's always something that's gotten forgotten, and there's always something that gets ruined.
What? What got ruined last year?
Nothing. I wish there was a video of this. I'm doing air quotes right now. But one of you 3 always has something that you say was ruined, yet nobody else in the whole entire family even blinks twice as they shovel it into their face.
Oh, okay. We're just perfectionists. We want it all to be perfect. And see, perfectionism has its pros and cons.
Really?
Yes.
I'm sure nobody listening to this right now can relate with something getting ruined, yet nobody else thinks it's ruined.
Probably every woman listening to this podcast can understand that feeling.
It is always amazing. You guys go above and beyond. And one of the things that always amazes me every single year is how delicious everything tastes being gluten-free and dairy-free. That's probably the biggest thing. The rolls included. So BJ, before Jenny, the things that I looked forward to the most about Thanksgiving was mashed potatoes and gravy, turkey, and rolls. Mm-hmm. Those 3 things right there. Give me some mashed taters, gravy, turkey, and rolls. I don't really care about anything else. My goal, as everybody listening to this should know, every single year is to not have anything green on my plate, period, for Thanksgiving. And one of the things that I was skeptical about and not too excited about as Jenny came into my life and we started going on this gluten-free, dairy-free I shouldn't say that, down this gluten-free, dairy-free journey is missing out on really delicious mashed potatoes with piles of butter in them, really fluffy, soft biscuits that have tons and tons of gluten with gluten on top. Those were the things that I was really concerned about. However, you guys have mastered it, absolutely mastered it, where the mashed potatoes have cauliflower in them now and dairy-free butter, and the biscuits are gluten-free and fluffy and delicious. And I have not skipped a beat, and I absolutely love it. I'm so proud of you guys for doing as well as you have with your perfectionism, because you've perfected it.
Thank you. It's been a journey over the years trying to figure out how to perfect these things, which, by the way, I do have a gluten-free and dairy-free Thanksgiving guide. So if you want recipes that are gluten-free, dairy-free for Thanksgiving, I also have a macro-friendly little Thanksgiving cookbook. So if you want some items that are a little bit healthier when it comes to the macros, like a little less carbs and sugar, we also have a guide for that too. So you can email Jenny, Jan, and I at bermanwellness.com if you want your copy. But besides that, a lot of my family is gluten-free and dairy-free. I have obviously Stella. Both of my nephews have gluten allergies. My sister Nikki has a gluten allergy. My mom does, although she doesn't always comply to it, Kimberly. But so majority of our family has to eat gluten-free and dairy-free. So we've just kind of made it a way of life for our Thanksgiving dinner. And thankfully, everybody has liked it, enjoyed it. It still, tastes just like good old Thanksgiving. Now, being gluten-free and dairy-free doesn't mean you're necessarily healthier, which is why I do have the macro-friendly options for some of our Thanksgiving choices too, which is a little bit healthier. But yeah. And one thing I want to say about Thanksgiving is it is a day to be grateful, a day to think back and be able to get the families together, hopefully, or be with your close friends and really just recognize the opportunity that you have in your lifetime and, what's going on right now. It is certainly a day where our nutrients aren't where they should be for weight loss or for muscle gain or whatever our goals might be, improving your blood pressure, your blood sugar. But what I want to tell you about that is one meal is not going to undo everything you've done. One meal is not going to hurt you. It's actually okay to have those meals where you're off a little bit. The most important part is the discipline and the dedication, the perseverance to get yourself back on track. So enjoy the Thanksgiving day, enjoy the Thanksgiving meal, and know what you need to do to be able to reset yourself the next day, get rid of the cravings, stabilize your blood sugar, and to be able to get your body refocused. With that being said, don't starve yourself on Thanksgiving all the way up to the Thanksgiving meal. That's probably the worst thing you could do for your body, knowing that you're going to have Thanksgiving meal and eat more carbohydrates and more sugar and more calories. Everybody says, oh, well, I just won't eat all day and then I'll have that one big meal. That is one of the worst things you could do for yourself. That's terrible. So my recommendation is still to make sure you get up in the morning, have a protein drink, midday, have a protein snack, and then enjoy the meal. Make sure you're still getting in enough protein earlier in the day to help with stabilizing your blood sugar through that Thanksgiving meal.
Love it. Get up, move your body, exercise if you can. Eat something delicious, nutritious, stabilize the blood sugar, go along your business as normal. And then when the big meal rolls around, go harden the paint, enjoy it, undo your button on your pants, let it hang out.
That's right.
And then get back on the bandwagon Friday.
On the next day.
Yep.
Yes. And express your gratitude, because gratitude and positivity releases the positive endorphins and dopamine and serotonin in our brain, which actually, believe it or not, can help with stabilizing our blood sugar as well.
I thought you were going to go down the Legally Blonde quote right there.
Yeah. Happy people just don't kill their husbands. Which we need on Thanksgiving too, because sometimes we just want to wring the men's neck, like get out of the kitchen, get out of our way, or get off the couch and do something to help us. One of the three.
I can promise you that I will not be in the kitchen, and it's highly likely that I will be on the couch.
You do follow instructions well, though. If we're like, Jake, we need ice. Jake, we need
I'm really good at getting ice and icing down the beer.
You are really good at the cooler.
Really
The cooler
good
is
at that.
always your duty.
Oh man, I'm probably the best beer icer downer ever. Right?
You are. I agree with
I think
that.
that's non-negotiable. And I'm also really good at getting the fire going and keeping the fire going.
That's true. You're also good at fetching the drinks.
I'm also
For the women.
really good at fetching drinks, opening them, putting
Yeah.
a koozie on them.
Yeah.
Like these are my strengths on game day.
So what that tells you is, yes, it's okay to have a drink on Thanksgiving too.
Or 43.
Just make sure you're having your protein. 3, not 43. Oh my gosh. Well, we hope everybody has a really great Thanksgiving. And again, my tips and tricks for Thanksgiving: eat some protein early in the day, really enjoy the meal with gratitude and positivity, and refocus on Friday.
And my biggest tip is make sure you drink as many beers as you possibly can before the Thanksgiving dinner so that the food doesn't get in the way of your drinking.
Oh, what about water?
No, I'm kidding. My tip, said from a male perspective and not Jenny's perspective, is make sure that you put as much protein on your plate as possible and actually eat it. So I like to eat the protein first so that I'm making sure that there is no excuses to not get it in. And then I'll finish with my mashed potatoes, gravy, and biscuit last. So making sure that you got enough protein in there to stabilize all of the junk that you ate or drank throughout the earlier part of the day.
Awesome.
Like it?
I like it. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy football rivalry weekend.
FSU, you're going down.
Okay. Ciao for now.
Go Gator.
Go Gator. Thank you for subscribing on your social media and podcast platforms to the Berman Method. Dr. Jake Berman with Berman Physical Therapy and Jenny Berman, Physician Assistant with Berman Health and Wellness. You can find more information on our website, www.bermanpt.com for physical therapy, bermanpt.com/wellness for the health and wellness. You can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and on your podcast platform. So be sure to follow us, like us, subscribe to us. And if you would like any further information, definitely visit our website and reach out to us. You may also find our free reports on the websites as well, where you can download this free information for yourself. Have a great day.